Gooooo!
Hey guys, Nick here, and today I wanted to be doing ranking the Spider-Man movies because Spider-Man was like the superhero I grew up with. He was the original trilogy was like my childhood movies. I love Spider-Man. I'm not as much as a fan today as I was back when I was in like 3rd grade, but I still love Spider-Man. I always get hyped whenever there's a new movie or anything like that. So today I thought I'd rank the movies from my least favorite to my favorite. And Civil War is in this list. I just counted it because Spider-Man, I mean, he's in it pretty much, so yeah. Okay, so number 7 on my list is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I actually did enjoy this movie. Like, it wasn't a bad movie, but at the same time, it wasn't a great movie. And I really didn't like how Harry Osborn was the Green Goblin. I just didn't like that. Electro was pretty cool, and I hated how Rhino was barely in it when he was in the trailers, like a lot, so I thought it was going to be like all 3 of them. He was going to have to fight maybe at once or something cool like that, but nothing like that. I like the suit in this one, actually, but I expected more from this, but I still did enjoy watching it. I pretty much enjoy anything Spider-Man, so yeah. Next up on the list, I have Captain America Civil War. I say Captain America Civil War because Spider-Man is in it for a good amount, and it kind of showed you the new Spider-Man, Tom Holland. I enjoyed this movie, but I mean, it wasn't a Spider-Man movie, so I'm not gonna really, I didn't want to put it too far down, even though I did enjoy the new Spider-Man, but I just liked how it's kind of like a preview to what we're gonna be seeing with Spider-Man in the future. Okay, number 5 on the list, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. So this one I was very excited for because I was too young. Like, the first Spider-Man came out before I was even born. Second one came out, I was like 2 years old. And the third one, at the time, I wasn't like a big fan of Spider-Man, so I didn't see the third one in movie theaters. So this was the first Spider-Man that I've ever seen in movie theaters. Every one up from there I've seen also. But this one, like, I wasn't sure what to expect, because I was a huge fan of the Spider-Man trilogy as a kid. So like I wasn't sure what to expect, and this one I did think was a really good movie actually. Some people personally don't like this. I thought the suit was, I didn't really like the suit at first, but I thought it was cool as time went on. But yeah, that's what I thought of The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, next up, kind of obvious, we have Spider-Man 3. Now, I don't know why people hate this movie so much. Me personally, I like this movie. It's kind of like what people say, a guilty pleasure, like a bad movie that they like. I enjoyed the movie. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, some parts are kind of bad, but I just, like, this used to be my favorite one out of the 3 when I was a kid because it was the most action-packed. Now it isn't anymore, but I just liked the idea of having so many villains. Venom, Sandman. That's all, right? Venom and Sandman. Oh, and the new Goblin. But the new Goblin I thought was cool. And Venom, I think they could, if they did more with him, he would have been better. Sandman was pretty cool. But I enjoyed the 3rd movie. I liked the idea of the black suit. It just didn't really turn out as well. Okay, next I have, which is going to kind of surprise people, Spider-Man 2. Now you may be like, oh, Spider-Man 2 is the greatest one. To me, I enjoy Spider-Man 2, but it just, something about it I just didn't really like. I just didn't really like Dr. Octopus. He was okay. I mean, I thought he was awesome, how he had the arms and all, but me personally, he wasn't an exciting villain. Sometimes it was cool. My favorite scenes are, of course, Pizza Time and Gooooo!
Gooooo! Gooooo! Gooooo!
But besides that, I mean, I love the movie, but it's not my favorite. Okay, next up, my second favorite is Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming, I think, definitely lived up to all the hype. I'm not going to go into any spoilers. The Vulture was okay villain. I think Michael Keaton was better than the actual Vulture. Like, when he wasn't in the suit, he was better than actually when he was in his suit. Like, the Vulture didn't really live up to the name, but Michael Keaton was a good villain, just the Vulture wasn't. So, I guess I can have mixed feelings on that. I liked how it was mixed in already with the Avengers and all. It would have been cool to see maybe a couple, like, maybe lead into other villains. I mean, I saw the Scorpion was in it, just not in the suit. But that's not a big spoiler, don't worry. But I think it would have been cool if maybe they, like, had, like, the Oscorp something, like, at the end, maybe, like, Oscorp, or maybe J. Jonah Jameson, even though he's not a villain, just something cool to, like, go back to the original 3. I don't know, I just like when they do stuff like that. I suggest you go see Spider-Man Homecoming. It's still in theaters, unless you're watching this video in, like, 2 years, which I don't know what anyone would, but, yeah. And then number 1 on my list is Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man the original. I enjoy this movie. I think he's the best Spider-Man. That was my favorite villain. I don't know why, I just like Green Goblin. I like the whole movie, just everything just worked very well together. I mean, not much I can really say about it. I just love the movie. Yeah, so I definitely suggest you watch Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Civil War, Homecoming. Spider-Man movies are actually, like, none of them have been extremely bad to a point where it's ruined, not ruined the series, but like Batman and Robin, that's not good, so that kind of, like, put the Batman movies on a little. This time, you got 2 good ones, 1 bad, 1 good one, 1 bad, and then 2 good so far with the newer ones. So, yeah, I hope they make a Spider-Man Homecoming sequel. I'm not, like, a big Spider-Man, like, fan, but Spider-Man is always my superhero. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and go see movies.
Gooooo!